Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain is brought to you by these great sponsors. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix and clean and customize it. Griner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa, using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Wayland State Bank, over 90 years of being community-minded, just like you, located in Wayland, Winfield, and Mount Pleasant. McDonald Boneyard of Kyoto for all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna and Aaron's dealer. Hinshaw Trailer Sales of Richland, Iowa. They've got any kind of trailer you need, and they fix what they sell and don't in their full-time repair shop. B&B Propane and the family of Jet Stops presents Southeast Iowa Today. I'm John Bain, author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host. A while back, September 2nd to be exact, I was in Watcheer, Iowa. I got to visit with Keith Carey of Columbus Junction. He's 102 years old, and he's been involved with harness racing for over 73 years. Keith, thanks for being on Southeast Iowa Today. Thanks for being on our podcast today. Now, I understand you have been involved with harness racing and horses for a very long time.
Oh, I've been involved with horses all my life. My father and mother were farmers. They had 7 sons, and I'm the sixth one.
Okay. Now, did your brothers get as involved in horses as you?
Well, the harness horses, my brother Royce was the one that really got us into it. When he was 11 years old, he won the pony race of Buffalo, Iowa, and that gave him the bug.
Oh.
And coming back to harness horses, he got an old horse off the racetrack to haul his 2 daughters to school in Fredonia, Iowa.
Oh, we are.
Roseanne and Charlotte. And he going 2.5 miles back and forth, he legged the old boy up. That was in 48.
Okay.
And so in 49, he thought he was racing when we hauled him down to Wappo, and the old horse didn't do too good. So my dad said, Red, you ought to buy colts. Well, he didn't think he had money to invest in colts, and Dad said, I'll furnish the money if you would take and drive them. And that's how they got started. And we just kept growing.
Wow. Now, you must have a real love for the animals.
Oh, yes. Well, you gotta love them, or you don't get along with them.
I bet not. Now, I want to share with my audience, you are 102 plus years old.
Yeah.
And we are here on September 2nd, 2023 in Watcheer, Iowa. And you're out here still involved in harness racing.
Yes.
What? Now, I understand you also you still take care of the horses.
Yeah. I clean 2 stalls every morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now,
and I water and help feed at night. As long as I'm on the level, I can motivate pretty good.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're what gets me up in the morning.
Wow. Well, I want anybody that is watching this that's like 80 years old, some of those young whippersnappers, I want them to see you to show a fine example of people that keep on going.
You got to keep on going or you're stopped. For good.
That is amazing. What would be your favorite part of racing?
I love it all. But social hour afterwards is best.
So would you say staying active, working with the horses, and a good healthy social hour might be the secret to longevity?
It helps.
It helps. Well, if someone was wanting to get into harness racing today, what would be your best advice to give them?
To stay out of it. No, if you want to invest in harness races, don't figure about getting the bunch, but get the best. Because breeding tells.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you want to be a winner, you start with the best.
Yes, and it's work, and it costs money. Yeah,
Wow.
but we started with $300 horses and used Gerald wooden sulky. We wired it together. We raced for 6-pack, cooler, anything just to race. But as we advanced, the breeding come out, and they were 5 of us directors that got the pari-mutuel bill, bought the pari-mutuel bill. The horseman, this horse association had a lobbyist that everything he got a hold of, he got passed about, and that's how we got this started.
Well, this is amazing.
And we had what we wanted. We had pari-mutuel at the tracks and run them in the 80s. And we had what we wanted at Des Moines, but the thoroughbreds wouldn't race on a half-mile track, so they built Prairie Meadows.
Ah.
And that's what got that started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do I understand correctly that this track now has some benefits from Prairie Meadows?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is wonderful. I really thank you for your time.
I tell you what,
Tell me.
do you think 2 people over 90 years old have kind of lost their marbles of buying a broodmare? My wife picked a mare out of a sale catalog in Delaware, Ohio, and this mare should be bought. She had the itch for this horse. And I was walking in from the barn one evening, and it struck me, if we could get this mare in our budget, we only live once, get her. I went in and I said, Catherine, can you, my son Jeff and his cousin was at Delaware, Ohio.
Okay.
And if we could get a hold of Jeff about this mare. And she about tore the telephone off the wall. And he said, yep, she's about ready to go in the ring. And so the mother of these colts that I own came to Iowa.
I'll be darned.
And we was over 90 years old.
You're an inspiration, sir. You're an inspiration. Well, that just is, that's wonderful. I mean, why not at 90?
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure. If I didn't have these horses, heck, I wouldn't want to get out of the bed in the morning.
Yeah, and that's what people need. They got to have a reason.
And there's something to love. You fall in love with these. Sometimes they shouldn't be that way, but yeah, they'll keep you going.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is really neat.
Yeah, and my great-grandson won last Sunday with my mare that's going to race tomorrow. A great-grandson, 18 years old, Colt Hauser.
And you're going to get to...
And we won over $1,000 in 2 minutes.
I'd say he has a future.
Don't that make you feel good?
Yeah.
You bet it
Yeah.
does.
I mean, I could just imagine if it was my $1,000. I'd even feel better.
Oh, yeah, how about 30?
Oh, yeah. That's incredible.
What they raised for the East. If these horses show that they can go back east, they'll sell for a bunch of money.
Wow. And I imagine you still have contacts with folks back east then.
Oh, when I was 100, I got letters from Minnesota to Texas, from New York to California.
Wow.
birthday cards.
That is awesome.
So I've been around.
Yes, sir.
We raced in Kansas, Missouri, Illinois. I think we raced in every place they raced horses.
Wow. Wow. I'll tell you what, if people half your age could look half as good as you do, they'd be some good-looking people out there.
I don't know about the look, but I sure feel pretty good.
Well, I can just tell you're a person of joy. I can tell.
I love people.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, they're friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Keith, I've enjoyed speaking with you today. I hope sometime I can speak to you at social hour.
Wait till after the races.
All right. Thanks for being on today.
Okay.
Thanks to Keith Carey for visiting with me. It was a great episode. It was really nice to meet him. And this episode of Southeast Iowa Today has been brought to you by Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, Hinshaw Trailer Sales, Wayland State Bank, Girling Repair, B&B Propane and the Family of Jet Stops, and McDonald Boneyard. I'm your host, John Bain. Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.